talk about journaling. Let's talk about how important journaling is. That has been something that's so difficult for me, but so valuable to actually be able to see my thoughts and to work them out on how I'm feeling, what I'm going through and stuff. And so I've been journaling now probably for over a year, a little over a year, and journaling just like, it helps you to get it out of your head and then on paper, and for some reason when you do that, you're able to look at things more objectively. It just is what it is. All of the high level people that I know, like any of them, like all of them journal. Every single one that I know journals. I know Ed Milet journals, I know Ryan Pineda journals, Brendan Bouchard, I'm sure Sean Whalen does. I actually don't know if Sean Whalen does for sure or not, but I'm sure that he does. So all of like the really high level people that I know do it, and they do it every single day. And so it's been so helpful for me. And so if you guys are not journaling, like, I know it sounds really girly and feminine and all of this stuff, but it is so important. It's so important to put it on pen and paper. You can write down anything too. Everybody's like, I don't know what I'd write. You can have different prompts that you want to give yourself. So one prompt, you know what, I'll just give you guys some prompts right now just to hopefully help you guys out. So I just wrote one today from, I have this Growth Day app, which is from Brendan Bouchard, and it was pretty cool. But I'll give you guys some of them. It says, one thing that I could get excited about today. And so just write about that. If one word could describe the kind of person that I want to be today, then that word is whatever. And then I choose it because someone who needs me on my A game today is a situation that might stress me out or trip me up today could be, and the way that my best self would deal with that is someone that I could surprise with a note, gift, or a sign of appreciation is one action I could take today to demonstrate excellence or real value is one thing I could do today that is a little outside of my comfort zone. Try, ask for, express something, take a big step, etc. Like, what is that? If I was a high performance coach looking at myself from a high level, I would tell myself to remember that. The biggest projects that I have to keep in mind that I want to take on, even if I can't act towards them today, are, and I would know that today was great or successful if at the end of the day I said, felt, did, and that's it.
I like that.
So yeah, those could be your prompts. And literally you could have 2 or 3 of those prompts, and you could write those every day. You could do the same ones every day. But like basically what that does is it gets you in the state to remember that life is a whole lot bigger, and like it's bigger than you. There's something that you can do today that's gonna make a difference for tomorrow. There's a difference that you can make today. There's people relying on you today. Who those are, that will give you an emotional connection, a reminder to do what is important. Like, who's relying on you? Who can you help? What could you do to move the ball forward today? What I see a lot of people doing, and what I do personally in my life sometimes, is I get so focused. I got freaking so much plans, so many different things I want to do. So what happens to me sometimes is I get so caught up in all of the ideas I want to implement, which is a lot, guys. I got like freaking, shoot, we probably have like 23, 25 different LLCs and all these different businesses, all these moving stuff. Then I got my personal life. Then I want to, like, you know, serve. I want to give back. I want to freaking work out. I want to love my family. I want to build these businesses. I want to make sure that everybody else is happy around me who's inside the business, getting the pay plan that they want. Like, the amount of stuff that I have to think about every day gets overwhelming. And I'm sure it does for you guys too, because you guys might have a husband, a wife, you guys might have kids, you might have, you know, different people who want different things. You probably have a job that's, you know, relying on you. Like, we all have a lot of stuff going on. Then we have our goals, our aspirations, and our dreams that we also want. So what I've found is I get so focused on it that I end up doing nothing.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my gosh, I got so much to do, and I do nothing, right? Or it feels like I do nothing. So what I like to do is that journal. What can I do one thing today that would make the ball actually move? Because again, we get so focused on all the things that we have to do that we end up doing so little. And so we have to get hyper focused on one thing that we could do that is going to move it forward. And I know everybody's like, one thing's not going to make the big difference. You're right, but you're also going to have your daily habits that you're automatically doing. So what's one thing outside of your daily habits that you're going to do that would change it? And so that's been very helpful for me. I know Andy Frisella has a thing that he does. He calls it the power list. It's a max of 5 things that if you get done, no matter what time of the day it is, you can go home right there because you feel accomplished for what you got done. And a lot of people are like, oh man, I could do more. Right, you could, but just do the 5 first, because a lot of people just take all day to get this stuff done, and then it could have been done, you know, way earlier, and then they can leave, go home, and accomplish more. So either way, just make a power list of something that you could do to get stuff done that day that would make the biggest difference in your life. Once you get it done, you could stop working for that day. That's what he does every day, he says. So
does he change it day to day?
Yes, every day. Yeah, because everything is going to be different. Like, you know, like what I'm wanting to accomplish for today is going to be different than another day. And so what would actually move the ball forward every day is going to be different, because like there's certain things that are very important. Like our meeting right now that we're going right back into, highly important. Like that's like the #1 thing. If I get the meeting done today and nothing else gets done, bro, it was freaking great, because we get so much done in the meeting. But then sometimes I go home and I'm like, oh man, we did the meeting and I didn't get anything done. Bro, the amount of stuff that got done in that meeting was insane. And so we actually got a lot more stuff done than what we feel like. And so when you can look at your list, create it, know that that's making a difference, and then that's all you focus on that day, you will probably get more done than when you're focusing on all the other stuff and then you don't do any of it. Just take it down, hyper focus on it, knock those things off your list, and only focus on those 3 to 5 things every single day. And those 3 to 5 things will be different every single day. Not your routine, not your normal stuff. What needs to be done today that is most important. So hopefully that helps you guys. It's helped me a lot when I do that. And we forget to do it, but that is the most helpful for me. What are the 5 things I can do today that's going to make a difference? I'm telling you, it's a game changer.
So you got your non-negotiables, which is your list.
Your daily list, yep. Your habits, yeah. Those are your daily habits. You're gonna do those regardless, doesn't matter. Then what's gonna make the difference today? That if you got these things done today, it would be a successful day.
Do you recommend doing that like the day before, like for the whole week? Or
you can.
The evening before the next day?
Dude,
probably.
Both. I mean, if you can do both, bro, it's always good. I mean, if you could like, hey, what do I need to get done this week for make this a successful week? Then you go through, okay, what do I need to do today that make it a successful day? And then you can take from your week thing and then just knock one thing off each day. That's great. If you cannot do that, or if you're unwilling, or like you don't have time, just do the daily. Okay, like literally in the morning, think about what could I do today that's gonna make the difference? Because what happens is freaking, you go to the day, you're like, oh gosh, I got so much to do. Then you get a call. Oh man, that's distracting. Oh, you got this. Oh, that's distracting. And then you got this. Oh, that's distracting. You never even made progress on the very thing that you actually want that's gonna make your life better and move you forward. You made 0 progress. You did a whole lot during the day, but you more got interrupted by all the bull crap. You didn't actually get anything done that you wanted to, that you were intentional about. And so then you can be intentional about, I am going to get these things done. And then when people come in, hey, you busy? Yeah. I am actually. I have to get this stuff done by the end of the day, and so that's been helpful for me. So hopefully that helps you guys for your journaling. Write it down every day, write your goals for the day. You can journal about what you're feeling, or you can use those prompts. There's different ones at night. I'll share those on the next one. See you guys on the next one. All right, love you all. Peace.